Yeah. We're at the Stoner Skate Park for the 2023 Parklines BMX tournament. This is actually the third year this event has run, but it's the first year it's an actual South African championship. So it's a sanctioned event through Cycling South Africa and the UCI, which makes it quite exciting. The riders are actually competing for SA championships, SA ranking, where they can earn points to qualify events for events like World Championships and the Olympics. So the Stoner Skate Park has actually got a lot of history around it. It was opened years ago, open to the public, and unfortunately in 2017 it was closed down to the public. We managed to get the park open again last year for this specific event. Since then it's been closed again, unfortunately, and we've opened it again for this year's event. So I think it's something quite exciting for the riders to ride such a legendary park. It's something different for them. It's not something they're used to riding, so all of the riders are up here from all over the country, practicing and getting ready for the event.
Having this event in our backyard it's pretty wild. Like, it's something I've always wanted. I mean, like last year sometime I reached out to Cycling South Africa to see who's the head of BMX Freestyle. This had some random guy in charge. I spoke to Ryan and I was just, obviously I didn't have the power in myself. Like, I don't know how to go about it, but I gave Ryan all the contact details and he took it, and now that it's an SA champ, it's actually a bit surreal. Like, I feel like I have more pressure this year coming in thinking that I could potentially be SA champ, or there's actually a ranking system now of like years of just having fun. So it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, I think it's kind of a game changer, and we're really fortunate to have such influential people that are actually involved in the scene at the moment. So they are able to pull off these sorts of events in this kind of scale, which has kind of disappeared over the last few years. But yeah, it's making a big comeback, and especially now with SA champs, I think it's a big deal for a lot of guys. It's really cool.
This course is very technical in terms of how many different obstacles it has. It's got the bowl, it's got the boxes, it's a concrete park, so it's very fast. The riders have to link up their runs very well in practice in order to get a perfect run for their competition runs. BMX Freestyle has grown massively worldwide over the last couple of years. It's now become an official Olympic sport, so it's very important for us to progress in South Africa as well. So we approached Cycling South Africa last year already and started putting the process together, creating a committee for BMX Freestyle, and that enables us to host a South African championship round. So I think it's something that's important not only to the event and the culture and the sports of BMX itself, but also the riders. They are recognized now. They actually are competing for something more than just a medal. They're actually competing for South African championships. So I think it's something that's very exciting. It brings a new dynamic to the sport, and it will help and grow the sport in itself as well.
I came into this contest with like the intention of like, I'm gonna win this thing. Like I've been on top of contests for such a long time. I just gotta win, and honestly, it stressed me out more than anything. I always come into events and with the mindset of like having the most fun, and whether I come first or come 12th, it's irrelevant. So right now, I've just kind of come in with the mindset of just having fun, riding bikes with my friends. I mean, I don't often get to ride with everyone at once. I do a lot of solo sessions, I ride by myself, so I'm very keen to just ride with everyone and just experience the vibes.
I haven't been on the high end of the podium in the last 6 or 7 years, but I do have some plans to maybe surprise some people this year, so I'm pretty pumped to actually get out there and put it down.
I think you can, definitely.
Make it happen.
You've been making moves already. I've just been trying to ride the bike. I want to see like every year some kid pop out of nowhere and make us all like, what are we doing with our lives? I want a 13-year-old to come here and rock everyone's world. That's the kind of thing I want to come into. And then obviously sending riders overseas, like we want to get guys in the World Champs, we want to get guys in the Olympics. We have such a strong opportunity to. I mean, look at all our riders. We're all willing to send it onto lower class facilities. We don't have the best, but we can do a lot of the stuff that the coast can do.
Kids aren't just going to start riding. They need to see it. They need to be inspired by something. So having these events brings in quite a crowd, and that kind of builds the momentum. They see that there's something to work towards as well. And the more events that you have, the more kids step in, and then there's more money flowing through the sport. So then more companies will have the incentive to get involved, host events, open more skate parks, and the scene just grows that way. And the more motivation, the more riders, the more competition that you have, the better riders will get. And with the whole Olympic journey and all of that, I think that it is possible for South Africa, but it takes events like this to get the ball rolling.
So you get various disciplines of BMX. You have BMX racing, BMX flatland, BMX street, BMX park. So we actually here for a park event. So park entails a specific course that the riders compete on. It features different types of jumps and obstacles, and it's all about linking a 1 minute run together and doing as many tricks as possible, as smooth as possible. So you'll see the guys doing backflips, tail whips, double backflips, front flips, things like that. But it's up to the riders to use as much of the park as possible within that 1 minute run and do as many tricks as possible, as clean as possible. So that's basically some of what a park event is. You know, we've been lucky enough to partner with a host of brands that not only share our vision for this competition in the sport, but also make this event possible. You know, Dragon Energy, Dickies, Garmin, GoPro, Leert and Mongoose bikes, you know, they help us put the event together, put the showpiece on for spectators and the riders, and also help with obviously the prize money. There is a big shout out to Dickies as well. They've gone far and beyond to actually help us make this a South African championship, going as far as covering the cost of the riders' membership and licensing fees, and that goes to show their support in, you know, developing and growing the sport in South Africa. So for any up-and-comers, males and females that are keen to get into the sport, have a look at what Parklines is about. It's all about fun on your bike, having fun with your friends, and, you know, possibly progressing to a stage where you could end up at a World Championship and an Olympics one day.
If you're a kid and you're getting into riding bikes, whether it's mountain bikes, BMX bikes, preferably BMX bikes, most importantly, go out, get a bike. It doesn't have to be the best bike in the world. Literally, you can go to Sportsman's Warehouse and buy a cheapie. They're not that expensive. Go out, go ride with your friends, you push your friends. Go, like, I can't put emphasis enough on how much fun is. Like, you have to have fun to do well. The moment you're having fun, that's when you start doing well. You're progressing, you're pushing. And honestly, like, the more fun you have, the more your parents are going to let you have fun with your friends, because they're going to be like, wow, my kid's so happy. So have fun and just make the best of every situation.
Yeah, I think all I can say is BMX has been absolutely life-changing for me. And if you're going through anything at all that's a struggle in your life, you can channel that all into something that is so much fun and can take you all over the world like it's done for us. So get out there, have fun, and we'll see you out there.